Oh, you're there. Actually, I got a little bit of time. Let me tell you all about batteries. Everybody's been asking us, what's the proper way to use a battery? What can you do to make it last longer? It's pretty simple. The first thing you need to keep in mind is that no batteries are the same. You can have two identical phones and both phones won't last as long in terms of their battery life. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. So what can you do to help to preserve your battery? The main thing you want to know about batteries is that they have a limited life. A little bit like the tire on your car. As you drive around, those treads are going to get used over time, and eventually your tire is going to need to be replaced. A battery is the same. A battery will usually have more or less 500 to 650 cycle charges before it needs to be replaced. So what's a cycle charge? Well, that's very important to keep in mind. So a cycle charge is simply your battery being from 100% getting depleted and then charging it again. This counts as one cycle. You can do this approximately 500 to 600 times. Now remember that not every batteries are made the same. You may be lucky and have the golden battery that happens to last 800 cycle charges, but on average 5 to 600. Some people are very unlucky and sometimes they'll be just like 300 cycle charges. Well, depending on how you use your phone is really what's going to determine how long your battery is going to last. If you're on your phone 8 hours a day, your battery is going to be draining for the most part during that day, and you will need to recharge it, which is going to use a cycle charge. If you're on your phone very little, just a couple hours a day, you're going to be able to stretch that battery life for a very, very long time. Now, there comes a point in time that even though you maybe have not reached a 600 cycle charge, your battery, the chemicals in it is just going to start to go bad eventually as well. So you might have never almost used your phone, but after 4 or 5 years of just being on the shelf or you barely using it, you might notice that you still need to replace your battery. There is a golden rule. It is ideal to keep your battery between 20 to 80% most of the time. As an example, this would mean that let's say you charge your battery all the way to 100%, and whenever you're using it, you're going to wait until it discharges to 20% before charging it again. A bad way of doing this would be to charge it to 100% and wait until it reaches only 80% and then charge back to 100% and then let it drain to 80% and then charge back to 100%. That's no good. Same goes if you stay between the 0 to 20% and you keep just inside that kind of charge. It's not going to be ideal and you're going to deplete your battery faster. You're going to have less cycle charges out of that battery. So how do you know when your battery actually needs to be replaced? Well, I guess I'm going to have to tell you this in the next video.